Welcome to the Mother Teresa International Film Festival 2010, or as we popularly call it, MTIFF 2010.
MTIFF was a humble initiative to celebrate 100 years of the doctrine of love. The third Mother Teresa International Film Festival flagged off on 26th August as a cinematic tribute to Mother on her 100th birth anniversary. Nandan, the mecca for film festivals in eastern India, in an unprecedented move rolled out the red carpet to facilitate the event.
This sort of festival was never held at Nandan. Might be that earlier years this sort of festival was held at other venues, at other cinema theatres in Kolkata, but never at Nandan. But as Nandan is the West Bengal Film Center, that is the state film center, so as the state film center we should come forward to this to extend our support.
Sister Prema, Superior General Missionaries of Charity, declared the festival open in the august presence of Cardinal Topo, Archbishop Lucas Sarkar and the other luminaries present.
I like formally to inaugurate and to open the Mother Teresa Festival 2010 in Calcutta.
It was a special birthday party and all were welcome. The 4 days of the festival saw a footfall of over 45,000, a beautiful heterogeneous mix of people transcending all religious, social and cultural divides. Anticipating the huge turnout, the festival was scheduled to have 3 screenings simultaneously in Nandan I, II and III with a combined capacity of 1,300 per screening. Initially, there were 15 films from 7 countries. 5 from the US, 4 from India, 2 from France, 1 each from Canada, Japan, Spain and Italy. But the last-minute arrivals took the number up to 19. BBC, succumbing to intense media pressure, sent in Something Beautiful for God by Malcolm McGridge, calling for special unscheduled screenings. MTIFF went beyond the realms of a regular film festival by hosting an exhibition and an open forum on all 4 days. Designed to be interactive, the open forum served as a medium for feedback, dialogue, anecdotes and sentiments related to Mother, her life, her work and the legacy she left behind. Father George Pateri and Father Brian MC moderated the event, which saw active participation from the directors Pierre Belanger, Jeanette Patri, Payal Mohanka and Sunil Jindal, discussing Mother in her different avatars, the selfless server, the capable administrator, the media icon and the saint of the slums. The exhibition, comprising of 27 large panels, chronicled her life, works and awards to the curious cinema goer, fresh out of a screening or waiting to get into one. When celebrating the Mother, one cannot exclude her children, but not all could make it to the festival given their physical challenges. So just like Mother Teresa would have wanted it, MTIFF reached out to include the specially abled. Nandan IV, blessed with a ramp but used normally for conferences, was revamped, a big screen set up and we were ready to have our special screenings for Mother's specials. Over the 4 days, we had 12 special screenings, 600 happy faces, and the satisfaction of putting in our little bit towards sensitizing society about their needs. The Mother Teresa's co-workers too lent their support, distributing prayer cards to all. They also gave out refreshments to the residents of Mother's various homes who had travelled from far and near to catch a glimpse of their beloved Mother immortalized in celluloid. They came in special buses, watched a couple of films in the cool confines of Nandan, and on their way out were handed a food packet by a caring co-worker, making it a perfect birthday party. 4 days, 19 films, 67 screenings, 45,000 celebrating fans, 6 committed months of perseverance and meticulousness went into planning this event. The first meeting itself set the tone when 50+ people defied the 26th June transport strike to make it to Chhatrabani. They were all there from different faiths and all walks of life, the generous donor and the diligent worker. The 2 months that followed were a series of meetings, the committees formed, the responsibilities defined and the plan of action chalked out. There were the fair share of squabbles and disagreements, but also the grit to beat the odds. The design team took up its job in earnest and designed a state-of-the-art and fully interactive website with direct links to Facebook and Twitter, thus using modern technologies to reach out to the young netizen. This team was also responsible for creating the posters, billboards, entry passes, brochures, and the impressive mementos. A major highlight of this journey was the press conference to launch our website, the real inauguration of our virtual space, by cutting a virtual ribbon with a virtual pair of scissors aided by a real mouse. Mr. Nilanjan Chattopadhyay, CEO Nandan, did the honors, and thus was born MTIFF2010.org. Our website had e-booking facilities, so one could get their individual, day or block passes as per their specific needs from the convenience of their homes. Most institutions availed the facility for block bookings, and so 7,000 passes were booked on less than 200 sheets of paper. MTIFF 2010 did its bit for the environment. The MTIFF back office was an amalgamation of people who came together in the spirit of service to do something beautiful. The young student, the teacher, corporate big shot and the missionary. The mobilization committee, nay, the mob, comprised of a lot of young people, among other things like putting up posters, being ushers on the days of the festival, and generally keeping the venue abuzz with activity. They ran the MTIFF box office meticulously for 10 days. A painstaking job of dates, shows, seat availability, counting, numbering, logging, sticking holograms. The list runs long. Our events team of some of the best MCs drawn from the top Kolkata schools gave a bilingual introduction before each screening. 22 top secretaries from the Calcutta corporate sector put their work on hold to run the MTIFF Secretariat. They formed the bulwark that ensured the smooth sailing of the festival. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, with renewed resolve. Due to unavoidable circumstances, when some of the shows at Nandan I had to be rescheduled, the Salesians of Don Bosco bailed us out. The screenings were shifted to Don Bosco Park Circus and the transition was almost seamless. Announcements were made on radio, a bus was provided which ferried the people across the flyover. There was not one hiccup thanks to a fully cooperative audience. Many of the directors of the participating films spent time and money to fly down to Calcutta to re-experience the magic of Mother Teresa and the bond she still enjoys with the people of the city. Father Pierre Belanger, Janet Petrie, Sunil Jindal, Payal Mohanka were vigorous collaborators on all the days presenting their films, interacting with the live audience at the open forum or just chatting with the eager cinegoers. Mother's heritage did not mean much to the nonchalant Gen X of the city who were in their pre-teens when Mother died in 1997. MTIFF afforded these people a platform to discover for themselves selfless service and compassion. The young MTIFF video journalists, drawn from the mass communication facilities of St. Xavier's and Chhatrabani, went around town, cameras and boom mics in hand, collecting experiences, thoughts, opinions and voices on Mother. These were edited and packaged by the Fest TV team and uploaded onto our website. A final DVD of these testimonies were compiled and handed over to Father Brian. One cannot put a price on sentiments. With this in mind, MTIFF was designed as a free film festival. But there were unavoidable costs: venue, taxes, publicity, printing, food, transport, and our generous sponsors took care of all these. The government of West Bengal, which unprecedentedly gave us the Nandan Cultural Complex free of cost, set the ball rolling. Selval gave us visibility by putting up hoardings in choicest locations of the city, as did UNESCO, who sponsored our posters and banners. Red FM gave us voice, taking our message across to their audience. CRS not only partnered with us but opened the doors to their 4 Orient Row office to run the MTIFF Secretariat. Calcutta Response Group kept us safe and secure on all the festival days by providing security guards. The list is long of the numerous benefactors, willing collaborators and hundreds of volunteers who gave their time and talent to make MTIFF possible.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the closing ceremony of the Mother Teresa International Film Festival 2010 in Kolkata.
Wow. last 6 months has really been a journey. A roller coaster ride of ups and downs, of hopes and desperations, of struggles and success. The challenges were there, yet we were not deterred. Rather, it strengthened our resolve. We are here today not in spite of these challenges, but probably because of them.
On behalf of Nandan, the West Bengal Film Center, and on behalf of the Government of West Bengal, let me convey our great feelings that we are really honored that the 4 days film festival on Mother Teresa, the legendary icon of the world, is being held at our complex on the occasion of her 100th year birthday. During this festival, Nandan IV was utilized in an unprecedented manner. A large screen was set up there and arrangements of screening of films on Mother Teresa were made for the disabled people. This has been possible only because there is a ramp in front of Nandan IV and the wheelchairs of the disabled people had a smooth entry along the ramp into Nandan IV. Anyway, this event is perhaps the first one in the chronicles of Nandan, as well as in the chronicles of any festival across the world. At the same time, I am happy to inform that the festival has been organized with unprecedented competence and administrative skill. And for this, I think all credit goes to Mr. Sunil Lucas.
It is with great pleasure that I express my satisfaction, my joy, and my awe. It was quite a challenge to put up this event. The organizing team did a remarkable job, not only because they believed in the cinematic art, but first of all because they were driven by the energy that came from Mother Teresa herself. Without this warm presence in their heart, it would have been impossible for Sunil Lucas and his people to do what they have achieved. So I suppose that he would agree with me that if they did a good job, and more than a good job, it is not because of their personal qualities, but because of the spirit of Mother Teresa herself, who was behind them, no, who was ahead of them, showing them the way.
I would like to really, of course, commend Sunil Lucas. I don't see you. And Father Paul for your efforts. And I know you've had many challenges and your tenacity to continue. And that just really confirmed Mother's spirit in this, that tenacity to keep going. And I would say that, we've had the occasion to participate in many film festivals throughout the world, and I would genuinely like to compliment and commend these young people who have brought so much real spirit of professionalism to this work, and you are really at the ready for everything.
Usually film festival is like Berlin Festival, Cannes Festival, Venice Festival, all these are fixed places. But Mother Teresa Festival is going places. And we have going abroad to over 15 countries, including Italy. And several cities in India, and the number is keeping on increasing. And of course we have complemented the VJs of the festival with the live broadcast even now going on at present. And also 3 channels of the Fest TV. These are all phenomenal things that has not occurred to many festivals anywhere around the world. And of course the open forum, typically cultural, the Adda style that we have in Calcutta, in West Bengal. We used to have 1.5 hours of this Adda with the directors and the fans of Mother Teresa, including critics, so that we have an open forum which would spill over into press conference, including the media mixing with us. So that was a very beautiful experience every day. So I have 2 special medals to be awarded.
She calls out to the man on the street, "Sir, can you help me? It's cold and I've nowhere to sleep. There's somewhere you can tell me." He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her, starts to whistle as he crosses the street, seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Just think about it.
MTIFF does not end here, but much like Mother's work, spills beyond Kolkata to over 50 centers in India and more than 25 countries worldwide. MTIFF wasn't envisaged as a grand venture, but a simple effort done with great love.